the way, you have a Housewives tagline?
Yes, I cover the games, but I'm not one to play with. I've been waiting for my moment.
Very good. I mean, she just whipped that out, too. That is so good.
So I just finished taping Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, and I don't even know how I feel about it. To be honest, this is something that I've been wanting to do forever.
You gotta get my tagline too.
It's something that I've wanted to do forever because I watch Bravo, period, full stop, okay? So it's kind of like my release. It is the thing that I'm watching when I'm not watching sports, which is majority of the time. Like I wake up, I'm gonna turn on a sports talk show, I listen to a sports podcast, and to me that's considered work. So when I'm trying to turn my brain off or turn on some entertainment, like Bravo, those are my stories. That's what someone described it as, like watching soap operas. Like to me, that's what it is. And so I was really excited to finally get an opportunity to, one, meet Andy Cohen, who is like the brainchild behind the entire Bravo universe. Like he created the Marvel Bravo universe. Big shout out to anyone who could be like the creative mind behind that. But just kind of like continuing to step outside of the lane that I have built for myself. And I've built a very sturdy lane. Like my lane is sports. I think I've created a level of trust that, you know, people believe what I'm saying, or people trust me to interview their athletes and do them justice if I'm going to do a sit-down interview or anything like that. And so this is just different. So this is just like fun and entertainment. And so I'm just hoping that it all goes over well. One of the questions he asked me was, who is an athlete? Maybe that was handsome, hot, something like that. And I said Jalen Hurts. I'm really hoping that that goes over well and we don't end up with a whole rigmarole about it because number uno, married, child, done. Been covering Jalen since he was coming out of high school, and just a beautiful person inside and out. And I respect everything that he stands for. And his wife, I believe, is an AKA, so none of that's happening over here. So hopefully it doesn't become a thing. But as of today, sitting here right after the taping, that is the only thing I'm worried about. Everything else was totally fun. But I'm just hoping that like people will allow me to be outside of sports, Maria. Like that's what I feel like the phase of life that I'm in. I don't want to be just one thing. I don't want to be put in a corner. I want to be able to stretch my legs. I want to be able to try new and different things, explore and see what I'm into, because it's that time of life. Like since becoming a mom, I feel grounded and fearless at the same damn time. I feel like I'm capable of anything because I brought a child into this world. And I also feel like there's nothing to lose because I have my child. And as long as he's healthy and okay, like nothing can truly be wrong. And that's a crazy place to be in, where you feel like the world is truly your oyster. And I was actually just watching the show, which is super random, on a plane. I don't know what this was called. This is while Roman was asleep next to me on the plane, and it was something about cheese. This sounds real crazy, but it was about like just the maturation stages of cheese and how long it has to like sit there, and sometimes it gets moldy and like this cheese is bad, But then it would like cut to people having a conversation about their maturation as a human. And this lady was asking someone at a dinner, like, when did you feel like you hit your sweet spot or whatever? And this guy was like, oh, it was definitely, you know, my 50s, and now he's in his 60s. And I was thinking about it for my life, and I'm like, I really and truly feel like I'm in my sweet spot. Like, you can't tell me that I'm not. There is nothing that I want to do that I'm not doing. There is nothing that I'm doing currently that I wish I wasn't. There is nothing that I feel like I can't do or can't say. And also the opportunities are lining up and I'm being able to partake in them without even thinking twice. Like, I'm not thinking twice. By the way, if you're seeing like different colors shining on my face, it's because my full-on TV is on, and that is the light that I'm using right now. And I was just thinking about that today. I was like, this feels like a sweet spot. Like, this is fun. I get to go and just have fun and like sip on a margarita and chat with Andy Cohen about my soaps. And then on Sunday, I'm going to Boston and I'm doing a Celtics game. And guess what? We can do both unequivocally. And we can have a child. And I came home, I changed clothes. You see this rack over here? I put out my Today Show outfit. I'll go ahead and pull it out for you. Because tomorrow I want to give like executive producers. We're doing a Saint Laurent blazer. We're doing brown turtleneck underneath and these Zomer pants, which are the cutest brown pants I have. And brown suede Manolo Blahniks. And I'll tie it all up with this Jacquemus belt. And me and Tiara, we came back. We pulled out my outfit for tomorrow, the Today Show hit, where I'm going to be pubbing the history of the Black quarterback documentary called Field Generals. And I was like, yeah, we're doing what we want to do. We're doing a late night fun talk show. We're going to joke and have fun and live life. Tomorrow we're going to do the Today Show and pub the production or, the project that I've been working on for the last 3 years. In between all those things, I'm coming back home to my child and I just put him to bed in his crib and I'm getting him readjusted to being on standard Eastern time. This is the first time him going in his crib himself. And this is what the sweet spot feels like. This is what it feels like. It's like anyone can say anything to me and I'll be like, no, that's not the truth. I'm living in my truth. No one can tell me different. And so if you're not in that point of life right now, number one, stop, sit, pray about it. Find what grounds you. Find the people that you need to surround yourself to make you realize who you are. Because part of that is we just get lost and we forget who we are. So find that, get grounded, and then sit in a knowing that that time is coming. If you haven't reached it yet, the time is coming. If you've been there before, then that means you know exactly what it feels like and you can get back there. And so, again, it just feels good to be in this moment. I don't think that it's gonna last always. I believe that life ebbs and it flows. And it'll be interesting to see what the next chapter holds. But as far as this February is concerned, we've been calling it Legendary February. It has been exactly that. I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I have a cold, I have Ricola sitting right there, but I'm showing up to every single thing. I am not going to stop because I feel the momentum and I feel like it's carrying me somewhere and I don't know where it's going, but we're gonna go together. So yeah, I guess I will see you tomorrow morning. Hair and makeup is at 6 a.m., super early, and then we'll go to the Today Show. Should be fun. So I should go to sleep because it's getting a little late. It's about midnight. Cassandra's here.
Okay. Yeah. She has something that's not cussing.
Okay. I mean, it's fine. We're grown. The secret weapon.
The secret weapon.
Okay.
Put her on the map.
Yep. Let's go. Into the snow. Covered here. Happy camper.
All right, we're on our way to the Today Show. It's snowing again, and we've just finished up blizzard number 2 in New York. But the goal of this conversation is promoting the Field Generals History of the Black Quarterback documentary, which I'm so excited to talk about. 4 parts. Literally almost took my soul to get it finished, but telling the stories of guys like Shaq Harris, Doug Williams, Randall Cunningham. All of these guys mean so much in the pantheon of the quarterback position as it exists now, the modern quarterback position. Warren Moon, by the way, shout out to Warren Moon. But every single one of them had to endure something that they didn't deserve just to play the position. For Shaq Harris, he was the first black quarterback to actually start a game in the NFL for the Buffalo Bills. And he just endured, first of all, not being drafted. And then when he got to the Bills, he was kind of like an equipment person. He was cleaning the cleats and everything. Got to start a game, and then basically the next season told not good enough. So then he ended up going to the Rams. He ends up being a Pro Bowl MVP. And then the next year, they draft Pat Hayden, and they're like, you're not our starter anymore, basically. Then you move forward into Doug Williams, and he's the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl. He was drafted to Tampa Bay. By the way, first black quarterback to be drafted in the first round. And it's great. Lifts Tampa Bay up from like the bottom of the barrel to a playoff contender. Enters into contract negotiations and is told that he's not going to get paid basically his just due. And at the time, he was making less than his backup. And he was like, fine, I'll just walk away. I have no problem leaving. It's fine. He was like, I will go be a substitute teacher. And that's exactly what he did because his brother was a principal in Louisiana. And by the way, he grew up like 30 minutes away from the Grand Dragon of the KKK. So he understood that it was more than just, he's not good enough. There were some undertones, racial undertones in his contract negotiations. And he was like, I will wait till I get my worth. Then he is brought back into the NFL. He goes to the USFL for a little bit, but brought back into the NFL by Joe Gibbs, who was the guy who coached him while he was with Tampa Bay. Also the guy that scouted him, so he knew a lot about Doug. And he ends up becoming the starting quarterback when the Redskins win the Super Bowl. Now the Washington Commanders, obviously. Such a full circle moment because he was the guy that was like, no, you have to give me what I'm worth or I will walk away. And he did that for every quarterback, black quarterback that was coming behind him. Like, get what you're paid, get what you're worth. Then there's Warren Moon, who went to Washington, won a Rose Bowl, amazing player, obviously, elite, endured racial slurs and everything that you could imagine just while he was in college. Then does not get drafted because, of course, his asked if he'll change his position because he's athletic, but not ready to think like a quarterback. Decides to go to the CFL, does that for 6 seasons, wins Grey Cups, has an amazing time. Then the NFL comes knocking and calling. So he ends up going to the Houston Oilers, and he is the first black quarterback in the Hall of Fame, and only, by the way. In the interview, he broke down crying. We discussed him getting the Hall of Fame call because he just said all of the memories started rushing back. There was a time in his life when he had to go to therapy because it was such a hard, trying time trying to piece together like why there were death threats on his life just because of the color of his skin and the position that he played. And then we flash forward into the stories of Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, much more modern day quarterbacks who are allowed to be and play like themselves, although highly scrutinized. And for me, Vic was like an Allen Iverson in the NFL. Came with his cornrows, came to the city of Atlanta, the cultural mecca for Black America in a lot of ways, the cradle of the civil rights movement. He made a mistake and got a second chance, which is something that quarterbacks before him didn't even get a first chance. So to me, that was a great way to end the documentary on how far it's come. And if you're going to watch the documentary for the first time and you only have time for one episode, you're not coming back for all 4, I recommend watching episode 2 because it chronicles Lamar Jackson's journey alongside Warren Moon's journey and just this idea that you should change your position. And the fact that in 2018 he was dealing with some of the same issues that those guys were dealing with. But obviously he persevered and is a 2-time MVP and has done amazing things. But the forefathers, the foundation of that position, are speaking to some of the same things that he dealt with. So yeah, that's what we're on our way to discuss. That's how it looks like outside. That's where we're in a full blown fur. And I'll let you know how it goes. It's Pete's. I don't know when, but I started loving Pete's coffee. By the way, if you think I'm whispering, I am, and it's because my 2-year-old is still asleep and he has to stay asleep. I need him to make it until 9, which generally speaking is when he wakes up, because we need to do some chores. We need to clean the living space up because hair and makeup and wardrobe will be here at 10 a.m. And today we have a women's magazine shoot. Yay! I found out about this basically like on Monday, and it was like, if they find a place, we can do it. If they don't, it's fine. Like, I didn't care either way. But it's a Game Changers actual like print magazine feature. And so some other cool people are gonna be in it alongside me, and we ended up deciding to just do it in my building because we have the full basketball court, so we're gonna do it there. So no travel today, literally just getting on the elevator after my hair and makeup is done. I do not know what I'm wearing today, so we'll take you on that journey. And yeah, that's a normal Friday. When I put my week together, when I sat down and was planning it out, did I plan on having a photo shoot today? Absolutely not. Are we gonna do it and make it work? Absolutely. So yeah, coffee's on the Mr. Coffee. If you say anything about my coffee maker, I will come through this camera and get you, okay? Unless you're sending me a coffee maker, she's gonna be using Mr. Coffee for the foreseeable future, and it makes great coffee, okay? Okay? Okay. All right. Yeah. Don't need me coming through the camera. All right, let's put up dishes. Let's get his breakfast prepped because when he wakes up, he wants to eat his food, okay? Don't want no problems with him. And let's get ready to have a very, very busy apartment. It's about to be crazy. This is the calm before the storm. Breakfast today, Quaker oatmeal. He literally loves his oatmeal. I used to be the kind of mom that was freaking out all the time about what I was feeding him and if I was doing it right. Is there enough nutrients? Is there too much fake sugar, etc.? And I still try to track that as much as possible. But then when you have a very picky baby, you realize you gotta feed them a little bit of what they want and then make sure that they're getting what they need. So, oatmeal, have some Fairlife milk. And the idea being, it's gonna get his calcium. He will not drink milk by itself. He'll only drink Cabrita goat milk. I can actually show you. He'll only drink this. And it has to be inside of his bottle. So I sneak milk into other things just for a little bit of calcium. Other than that, we do a lot of almond milk. Almond milk, goat milk, and this is his little punch of regular milk sometimes in the morning. I like to also always just have his diapers out. So when I bring him out, lay him right here, we change the diaper and get rolling. Yeah, okay, so I think the apartment is prepped for baby wake up. I'm gonna grab my coffee, do a little bit of like mental prep and planning in my Panda planner. I'll show it to you guys. And then we will get this morning truly rolling. That's like the pre-prep to the prep to the get started for the day. Too good. First sip. I've been trying to make my coffees healthier, and so I came off of another creamer. I shall not name them, but I used to live and die for them. But now I use either Nut Pods or the creamer I just showed you. I think it's called Elmer's. Let me make sure I got that right. Elmer's? She doesn't. Elmhurst. But it's just a healthier creamer. They have almond, they have oat, and I don't do dairy. I try not to. And I pretty much only give my son dairy because I don't want him to be allergic to it. So I try to keep like giving it to him in small doses. But this first sip of coffee always gathers me up. Let's get into our planning session. So I am a, if it's not written down or it's not on my phone, if it's not in the calendar, it doesn't exist type of girl. And I had not done a good job with this during football season, but because I have a little bit more time, I'm back into it. So I always have a planner. I know it looks really big, but the one that I use is called a Panda planner. And I actually had a therapist tell me to get one a very long time ago because she was saying that the source of my anxiety is the fact that I have a lot to do in one day and it's overwhelming to think about all at once. But when you sit down with a planner that is the scope of this kind, you will see your day mapped out and it'll just put you at ease. And really it does. Here's an example. Please excuse my son scribbling, but I don't know if you can see it, but the way it does it is like, You say what you're grateful for, so it's got a gratitude component to it, what you're excited for, what you're focusing on. You can put your exercise in and you have an affirmation. You can set the intention for the day with your priorities. And then probably most importantly for me is the schedule, and it's like outlined hour by hour from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. And if you have things to put in your calendar that go beyond those hours, then more power to you. I do not. And then there's also Task Corner, where you can literally, like I put on here, text LaChina, approve expenses, create my rental price for a house my brother's renting from me. I'll just go through it. What I'm grateful for. I put Jesus above all. That was after I wrote my first three. My first three were my son, time off with a consistent paycheck, because having the day off on Monday and still knowing that it's gonna hit the account is like, bing, bing. What I'm excited about, reading. I'm excited to read for leisure again. Moving my body, just having time to like work out. And I did, this is my Monday, by the way. And setting my own schedule. So excited that I had a day to do that. The way that I had my schedule mapped out, 9 a.m., wake up Roman, 10 a.m., Z comes, his nanny. Then there was a workout at 11, lunch was at noon, start writing because I wanted to get into my Substack again at 2, rest, reset. I really wanted to write down resting in my schedule and normalize that so I could see it for myself. Cook dinner at 5, Roman's back at 6, we both have dinner around 6:37, and then right after that is bath, and then bedtime reading at 8:30, lights out at 9. That was our day, and I felt really good. I connected on pretty much all of it. My focus I wrote down was enjoying first true day off in a month. That was my focus for Monday, and I did that. Again, can we just a moment for the scribbles? Roman doesn't want me to be great. Roman said, Mommy, I see you're planning, but girl, no one cares. Watching this now, you've seen the first episode of the YouTube video and Pierre's main character.
Am I?
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it now.
I know. We had the first edit of it, so.
Yeah, it's about time.
It's about time, yeah. I've been recording for a long time, so the fact that the first episode is just the Super Bowl is crazy. One day we'll have an archive episode.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we both kind of, when did I text you? Maybe Tuesday or something? It was like, there might be something, there might not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Monday or Tuesday? No,
Yeah.
Monday.
Monday?
Yeah,
Okay.
when we got back.
Lovey.
happened?
What happened, love?
Okay.
Can you score? And this is about to be our life. Let the chaos ensue. The girls that didn't get chosen. There they all are. The girl that did. So we're doing like a burnout type. There, and then if we want to give a leg, we can. Yep. Because we've been working out, so why wouldn't we? By the way, please don't judge my room. It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. Face. All right, we're ready for a photo shoot. Sunday afternoon. I'm in San Antonio, Texas, and unfortunately, it's raining outside. I came all the way from New York to feel the sun, be warm for a solid 24 hours, and can I just show you what we get? This is what we got. We got rain. And today, that is the Houston Rockets taking on the San Antonio Spurs. It'll be the first time that I get to see Wemby in action live, so I'm excited about that. It is his third season, and I'm like, how have I still not seen you play live? But that's why it's my first season back in the NBA, so we get to see all of the main characters, okay? And today we're gonna give main character energy. That is my plan. Whenever I come to Texas, I'm not gonna lie, I use it as my excuse to find a cowboy hat, some cowboy boots, do something that makes it feel like we're at a rodeo. Are you ready for today's outfit? Shall we start with the main character? Yes. If you're asking me, am I really going to wear cowhide shorts The answer is yes. This is the brand Nerva. My stylist put it together for me. We have these wonderful boots that very much so match. The boots are from a company called Brother Versailles. I can show you the bottom. But essentially it is a Black-owned company, Black woman-owned actually. And I spend a lot of time, I don't know, TikTok clearly knows who I am because they now just put me on a feed full of Black-owned fashion designers. And I get a lot of looks from there. Here is the top. The top is cami. Again, not sure what that is. The bolo, it's backwards, so let's fix that. The bolo's Prada. As soon as I saw the shorts, I was like, I want a bolo. And the only one I could think of was a Prada one, so we went and got it. So yeah, that's the look. So now you see her, the boot, the shorts, the shirt. And now we gotta go get the face and hair together to match our look. Today I want Texas hair, so like, you know, the height that you see, and just a lot of curls. There's a lot of hair in this unit, so we got plenty to work with. I washed the top just to give it a little bit of a fresh start. My face is washed. Luckily I had a breakout right here in the center of my face when this week started, and I was like, we need to be done with that by the time we get to San Antonio on Sunday, and we are done with it, so I'm excited about that. Racking my brain is the fact that I feel very, very, very much bad when I leave my son. And I don't know if there's any moms out there, working moms that have to travel. If you guys have a way to, what do you say to yourself? Like, what do you say to make yourself feel better? I feel like I've run through all of the hits. I've been running through the hits. Like, I gotta provide for him. I'm doing what's best for him because I love what I do, and a mom who is happy and satisfied in her career is an even more happy and satisfied mother. I've run through, I don't even know what else to say, that, oh, I've raised he's a happy and healthy son, so it's okay if I leave him because he's already doing well. It's not like I'm leaving a sick child. It's not like he needs me right at this moment. He's with his dad, so there's nothing wrong with the situation. So he's totally fine. But lately it's become harder because I feel like he senses when I'm leaving. Any other working moms out there feel this. He just gets more clingy. And I think he now knows like a suitcase means I'm leaving. If I put a coat on and he's not putting his coat on, he goes and sits by the door because he knows if he sits down, he'll get his shoes on and he can go on a walk with me. And it's just really sad. And then when I left, my husband sent me a video of him crying, basically, like looking for me, like going through the apartment. He was like, don't look at this if it's gonna make you sad. Of course I'm gonna look and make myself sad. So yeah, I've just felt more hurried and wanting to get back to him. And I don't know if this gets easier as they get older or it gets harder, because it was hard when he was younger and I was breastfeeding and I felt terrible trying to leave and pump and bring back milk and all those things, but he didn't know. Like, there was no, he's crying, searching for me. But yesterday it was better. After I FaceTimed him, I was in the car riding away, FaceTimed him, and then he said he was much better after that. So I think part of it is like, he's like, let me know mommy's okay, I'm okay, we'll move on. But then he said this morning that he was very whiny, and it could be that, it could be because also it was spring forward time, which is like, maybe that's messing with his emotions too. Yeah, but that's what I'm feeling today. It's also getting close to my cycle. So let's check back in like 5 days. Let's see, when we come back to episode 3, if I'm still feeling the same way, because my period will gut check me in every way that she possibly can, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Like she's coming for my ass, coming for me. And she's not here yet, but when she shows up, she just tears me up. So, but it's close. So I could just be being extra emotional and ridiculous for that reason. Like, obviously I know I have to travel and be a mom. Like, that's what I signed up for. Nothing was gonna change after I had my child, and I knew that. So, but yeah, I don't know why. Today just a little bit harder. So I'll be thinking about that, but I've got a great outfit. I feel like I'm gonna have a great attitude. Okay, what are my goals? Let's set an intention for the day. my intention is to find joy in the small things, and whether that's like the cool colors of the arena or something very San Antonio being here for the first time or just my outfit, like let's just find joy in super small things. Let's embrace mistakes, because I feel like no matter what, we make them anyway, whether it's like in a interpersonal interaction or it's actually on television. I want to embrace it, like just have fun in that moment, and I'll come back and I'll let you know if that happened on television and what I did to embrace it. And 3, let's meet somebody new. Let's go have a conversation that we weren't gonna have. Like spend some time getting to know somebody new because I'm in a new place. So that's what's spurring this, I think. I've been to San Antonio when I was super young. I've never been here for work before. And so, in embracing that newness, let's go meet and engage somebody new and learn something about someone else. And maybe if I just take all the energy and focus off of myself and wanting to be home with Roman and put it into somebody else, that'll just make me feel better. So those are our goals, those are our intentions. Now it's time to go and do hair and makeup. Guess what, social media, my girl Stas is gonna be here today. So she'll be on the camera, and she is the reason behind the YouTube channel. She has been telling me to do this. I finally followed through because of her. She found my editor. She has done everything to force my hand here. And also, it's the perfect timing because this is the second time I've been suspended from TikTok for impersonating myself. So if you're watching this and you can't find Maria Taylor Talks on TikTok, it's because someone is saying I'm impersonating myself. And this is the second time we've had to go to TikTok and be like, stop suspending my account. It's me. Meanwhile, there's someone else out there impersonating me and posting pictures that I posted of my own child and claiming to be me. So if you know anybody at TikTok, could you gather them up for me? Because we are trying, but yeah, I won't have access to it until Monday. So all of my energy is going into you, sweetheart, sweet baby. Let's go to hair and makeup. I'm watching the clips.
Love to. Absolutely love to. Just as competitive as I am. You know, and I actually learned from them.
So basically these are the videos.
Paved the road to the Kobe's.
Let me pause this. These are the videos that are gonna be in our show. So I try to watch them beforehand so I can know what we're gonna see. And this is the Insights to Excellence. We just watched the Wimby feature. And yes, I forced Pierre to watch all of them too. So, get her thoughts too, because she's the viewing audience, so. But yeah, back to MJ. We're back, we made it to the arena. We have done our research, we've gone over notes with Justin. Apparently Pierre didn't like the way the curls work because she's recurling every inch of my hair right now.
Is. Yeah, you know that you're a co-star.
Yeah, I told her.
I heard.
I told her. I was like,
the first episode, I was the main character.
You were.
Good for me.
Every time I was like, let's go to Pierre's room. Hey girl, what do you think about this? I had her watching all the videos today, so yes. Pierre's gotta know what's in the show, so she knows how I'm supposed to look. You can kind of see these are just like our little notes. All the things, segment sheets. Really not much. We're just setting up conversations, if we're being honest. There's not much words here. We have a good time, as you can see. We're gonna go have a good time in the show. We're gonna go to the rodeo. It still smells like the rodeo out here. So the outfit is actually on point. This is what it's supposed to be, okay? I'm the only heifer left.
Be in her vlog.
Yeah, actually great voice. Could you narrate everything that's happening?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do the voiceover behind the whole thing. So, we gonna make it right.
No, I didn't take the other.
Famous Osmo camera right there. You know what I'm saying?
See how beautiful this is?
Made for the Hall of Famer. Made for the...
So y'all got it? I got the mics.
You a throw, man?
Huh?
Get you a throw in there?
Nah. Welcome to the July.
We did it. We had fun. We had fun. Listen, one thing we did was have fun. We don't know what we did because I haven't watched the tape, but it was fun. You coming?